This is where you guys call in and get your questions answered with Getting Answers to Your Immigration Questions.
All right, let's go to Rose. Rose in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hello?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So I understand you're calling about a public charge. You want to adjust your spouse's status in the United States. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I would like to know if my daughter is in the Head Start program and I am adjusting my status to my spouse, would that be considered as a public charge?
No, because under the new rules, children under 18 don't get counted towards public charge, getting public assistance.
Okay, I was thinking maybe because it's a family. Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is, if I get married in 91 days, would that be suspicious? I know there's a 90 rule day.
89 days is suspicious. 90 days is suspicious. 91, no problem. 91 is like, you ever see the monkey emoji when they go like this, they put their, hands over their eyes? 91, you're a monkey emoji. Hands over your eyes, they don't care. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you
Goodbye.
so much, Brad.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go. Where are we going to? Who's next here? I don't know. Frank in Chicago. Frank.
Hey, Brad, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I hope you're feeling much better now.
I am, thank you.
Thank you. My best wishes to you and you. Thank you. Brad, quick question. I just filed for my... Hello?
I'm listening to you, Frank.
Oh, so sorry. I filed for my N400 last month, and, I'm from Asia, and we have, long names. So I filed it under, the 3-year rule, which is I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Okay. And, on my wife's name, I'll just give you an example that her name is Kimberly.
Just tell me your question. I don't need examples. What's your question?
She had used 2 names in the past. One is her actual name and one is her short name. But I mentioned both names on the N400, and on one of my son's birth certificate.
One second. So you're filing for your citizenship, and when it says what's your wife's name, you mentioned both of her last names. Okay, so what's the problem?
First names, both.
Okay, so what's the problem?
So is that going to be an issue that'll be your marriage certificate says this, but on the birth certificate for one of your child is only Kim instead of Kimberly? So is that going to be a problem?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you're in a bona fide, you just got to prove it's a bona fide marriage with your spouse.
Yeah.
She goes by multiple names. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I got joint tax returns and two kids.
I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, and the one last question I have, some people are talking about going to their biometrics appointment early, just walk in. Does that make any difference in this, in the processing of the application?
If they're going to accept you walking into the biometrics early, and they let you in, because you're getting your fingerprints done faster. Why not?
Oh, okay. So it will make it would make it go faster.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If they let you in, sure, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Thank you, Brad. I hope you feel better. Thank you.
I am feeling better. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, let's go to Rich in Woodbridge, Virginia. Rich.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, just a quick question. Yeah, I'm planning to travel on February 9 with advance parole for my father's funeral in Ghana.
I'm sorry about that.
And sorry. And I'm planning to coming back on February 25. But my advance parole is going to expire on March 11.
As long as you're back before the expiration, it's fine. Come back after the expiration, problem.
Okay, so February 25 is fine.
If it expires March 9th and you're back February 25th, all good.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all I want to know. All right, thank you.
Let's go to Samuel in Washington, D.C. Samuel.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Yes, sir. I have this question. So I I my citizenship
Right.
recently, and I was called for interview. So before my interview, like 4 months before they scheduled me for interview, I have an arrest on my way home from job. So
What
I
was
think
the
they
arrest for?
mistakenly
What was the arrest for?
for sexual solicitation.
You soliciting
So-
a prostitute?
Yeah, I think they mistakenly me for someone. So
They
I got a
mistook you
lawyer.
for. Wait a second. They mistook you for somebody who was soliciting a prostitute?
I guess I was.
I don't know. I
so-
wasn't there, so I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is not what I did. So I got a lawyer, and the case was dismissed.
Okay. So if the case was dismissed and it was a one-time arrest and you've never been arrested for any other reason, bring the disposition. You should become a citizen without a problem.
So my question was that when I went for the citizenship, they asked me if I was arrested or recently, and I said yes. So I gave them the disposition, which I mistakenly gave them the photocopy instead of the original.
All right, so make sure they get an original when they ask for it. I mean, the answer to your question is, am I going to become a citizen? That's why you're calling me. And I gave you an answer. And my answer is, if you got arrested once for solicitation of a prostitute and your case was ultimately dismissed and you were found innocent and you have no other arrests, that doesn't make you a person of bad moral character, and you should become a citizen. Now, you gave them a photocopy instead of a certified copy. Hopefully they saw the certified copy. Hopefully they'll ask you for it. If not, they're going to deny you because you didn't give them the right documentation. I wasn't there. That I can't help you with.
So they asked me. The officer told me she's going to send me a letter.
So then wait for the letter.
So I already did the interview way back in December, and she told me she's going to send me a letter.
You have 120 days to receive a letter from them. The letter's going to be one of 3. You didn't give us the right document. You denied. Give us a certified copy, and then we'll, review your case again, or you're approved. I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay, but what I can tell you is this. If you didn't screw up and you gave the right document, you should become a citizen. Because you didn't give the right document, there's nothing I can do about it. You got to wait to hear what they say.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. So my second question
You only
is...
get one question now. I'm one question per person.
All right.
That was 10 minutes to get to that one question.
Yeah.
Okay? If, this is a new rule, new Uncle Brad rule.
Okay.
If you can give me a succinct question, I'll be happy to answer multiple questions.
I'm with that.
If you're going to give me a 5-minute question to get to, will I become a citizen? Which is basically what it is. Okay? Then you only get one question. How's that? Is that fair?
I'm with it.
Right? I'm with it too. Yeah. Let's go to Darisha in Jersey City. Darisha.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm great.
What's going on?
I have 2 questions I want to ask. I'm going to go pretty fast. First question is, I filed last year, July, and I get denied. When I get back my documents, I get it back in...
Why were you denied for what?
September.
You were denied for what?
My husband's name wasn't on one of the documents, so not.
What are you filing for?
I'm sorry.
What are you filing for? And talk up.
Hello.
What are you
filing?
Yeah, no, I don't. What are you filing for?
Adjustment of status.
Okay, and you were denied. You were denied because your husband's...
Not denied, sorry.
Then I don't know.
Rejected.
You were rejected, which means they didn't even accept your application. That's even worse than denial. Well, it's actually not worse, just as bad. They didn't accept your application. They sent it back. And because you made mistakes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like me to do to help you?
So I'm calling. I refiled my documents in September. Because I got it back in August. I refiled in September.
Right.
In July, I did my biometrics at a time because I didn't know that I should wait. In October, I did my biometrics, and from October the 18th, it said it was showing that they received my biometrics on December 5th. They sent me a courtesy letter saying that my case would be scheduled for appointment soon. And they were talking about the medical, so...
Bring the medical for the interview. Okay. Is there a question? Is there a question in everything?
Yes, there is.
Okay. What is the question?
So I wanted to know from October the 18th until now, would it be a possibility I would receive my work permit and social before my interview?
Well, you're supposed what's supposed to happen is I don't want to say what's supposed to happen. What's always happened in the past is you file, you take a fingerprint, they mail you a work permit, you get your social, hopefully the work permit, you filed an I-131, you get an advance parole too, and then sometime down the line, you get an interview. What's been happening lately, in a lot of cases, but not all cases, is that they schedule the interview for the green card very fast before they even deal with your work permit. If that's the case, you could look at it in one of two ways. Either, what a benefit to me, I get my interview for my green card fast, I'll get a green card, I can work and travel on my green card. Or you could look at it as a negative, saying, I'm not ready for my interview yet, wow, that happened really fast. So hopefully, you and others who are listening, you gotta be ready for that interview to come very fast, prove it's a bona fide marriage, prove you're eligible for a green card, and if that's the case, you should be happy, because to me, you're getting your green card faster.
Okay, because it's been said 53 days now since it's been scheduled.
I'm sorry?
It says it's been 53 days now since they said I was scheduled for an appointment soon.
Okay, great. So hopefully it happens soon. If not, you'll get your work permit. It's one or the other.
Okay, one quick question. I have a friend, right? She went on a second interview.
This is about your friend?
Hours.
1 second. No.
Yeah.
No, sorry. One question per person. Let's go to, we got to get through too many. Monica in Boston.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
How are you?
Hi. So I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So I have a question that I have to apply for my husband's change of status, but I am taking a Medicaid health insurance. So does it come under public charge, and should I move to a non-Medicaid health insurance before 24th February?
Well, if you file the adjustment before February 24th, it won't be as bad, and if you file after February 24th, it's a big, big problem. So yes, get off of it and file before February 24th, and hopefully you'll be okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Vasho in Georgetown, Guyana. Vasho.
Hi,
how are you?
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
You guys are doing such a good job.
I'm trying I'm telling you the truth, I'm trying my best for everybody. That's what I'm trying. Some people say, oh, Brad, you're being mean to people. Well, I'm trying my best, and got to get through questions and get to as many people as we can.
True.
Okay.
Well, yeah, my mother is sponsored by her brother. The entire family, which include myself, two other siblings, and my dad, has been documentally qualified since of December last year and are awaiting for an interview.
Great.
My question is that my dad went to the U.S. in 1991, and he was sent back to Guyana within just a couple of hours. So now he went to the embassy in 2015 to apply for a visitor visa. He did not put in the application that he went to the United States, so he was denied the visa. So I'm asking, will that affect him when he goes in for the immigrant visa that the interview we are awaiting on?
Who's sponsoring him again?
The brother, my uncle, that's my mother brother, applied for her.
Okay, so all right, so this is the answer. Okay, one, your dad was found inadmissible back in 1991. It's like a deportation. Two, in 1991, he was found inadmissible because most likely a fake document. So he was sent home. That's a fraud. In 2015, he applied for a visitor's visa, neglected to say he was previously found inadmissible and committed a fraud in 1991. Second fraud. So now he's got two frauds and an inadmissibility, which is like a deportation. Huge problems your dad's got. Now, luckily for the rest of the family, he's not the main beneficiary, because if he was the main beneficiary, if it was his brother or sister filing for him, the whole family would be SOL. I don't know what you know what SOL means in Guyana?
No.
It means poop out of luck. But another word starts with S. Okay, now, because your mom is the main beneficiary, your mom will get a green card, your dad will be denied, any children under 21, if there are children under 21, would also get a green card. Your mom and those children under 21 would come to America, and then once your mom comes to America, your dad would have to go into the U.S. Embassy as a following to join. I wouldn't even have your dad process right now. I would just have the mom process, because you don't want the dad to actually get denied until the mom comes to the U.S. Why? Because you need his wife to file a waiver for him based on hardship to her. So he needs waivers. He's not getting a waiver through his brother-in-law or sister-in-law. He's getting it through his wife. So to me, if I was the lawyer, the way I would handle it is let the main beneficiary, who's his wife, go in. Let the kids under 21 go in. He stays behind, doesn't even apply yet. Let the family come to America. Then he applies. Then he gets denied for the two misrepresentations and the inadmissibility. And then the family's already in the U.S., the wife's in the U.S., and do a hardship waiver through the wife.
Okay, but he's already on the application. His DS.
So you don't finish that application.
Everything is done.
I'm telling you, don't finish it. He doesn't go into the embassy. He's not ready to come yet.
Okay, one last one. My mom, right, who was the principal beneficiary, she was married to a U.S. citizen back in 1990, but she didn't get through with the interview because she was denied because she didn't have enough evidence to prove the marriage, like no picture to show a celebration, whatever. So that long-distance relationship ended, and she never followed back, nor she never went to apply for a visa, and she just moved on with her life. Will that marriage affect her?
Well, if they think there was fraud in that marriage, yes. If there's no fraud and they just weren't able to prove it was a bona fide marriage, then the answer is no. Will it affect her if she says, no, I never applied, and she does something stupid like your dad, then yeah.
No, do that.
So as long as there's no fraud, I mean, she was in a long-distance relationship. She wasn't able to prove it was real. There's no evidence to say it was fraud. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yes. Okay.
Sounds like but it sounds like you guys really need lawyers. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, well, we're waiting on the appointment. It was documentally qualified since December of last year. So we are waiting for an interview.
It sounds like you need lawyers. Hold on. I'm telling you the truth. Let's go to Hassan. Oh, gosh. Hassan in Brooklyn about a VAWA case.
Hello?
Hassan.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good. You're calling about a VAWA case.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
I have a VAWA case pending 18 months. I got 2 prima facie. So now my abuser wife complained against me, and it was a misdemeanor. The police arrested me. So the criminal code on my first court date, they give me ACD, family ACD. So it's 1 year
probation.
ACD is a 1 year like if I don't get
1
any
year.
trouble,
1 year. It's not a 1 year probation. It's a 1 year. Nothing. If you don't get into trouble, it's dismissed. It's adjourned in contemplation of dismissal. So what is the question? It's not a probation. Okay, which is what I'm told. It is an adjourned in contemplation of dismissal.
Yeah, it's a protection order. That's it. It's a protection. It's a order of protection. So if you don't rearrest, it will be dismissed and sealed. So my question is, it will affect my VAWA case?
No. Well, you have to prove good moral character, but as long as the case is ultimately dismissed, it should be okay.
So like that 1 year is not finished yet.
Hassan, you have to prove good moral character. If you got arrested and the case is dismissed, and it's the only time you've ever been arrested in your life, you should be okay. You want me to give you a personal stamp of guarantee that you will be okay, I have to be your lawyer. Other than that, I have no idea. Okay? But if you're asking me general question, if you get an ACD and it's dismissed, and it's the only arrest you have, you should be okay.
Yeah, this is my fast thing, like fast arrest. Like
okay.
I've never been in trouble before. Yeah.
Great. All right, hold on 1 second.
So
there's no more so. That's what it is. Jan in Austin, Texas.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Brad. My question is, we filed concurrently the I-485, I-140, 765, and the 130 after the perm got approved.
Great.
We sent that through on the 16th of January. It was received by the lockbox in Louisville, Texas on the 17th. It's almost 3 weeks now, and we haven't received any receipt number yet.
How'd you pay for the filing fee? By check?
That was through the attorneys.
Through the attorneys. You got to go back to your attorney and see if their check was cashed. If the check was cashed, then you know the application is there. If the check was not cashed, then after 3 weeks, it's a lost application somewhere, or they're returning it.
Okay.
So that's where you start.
I did send an email to the attorney, so they'll come back to me as well on that. And then just my quick second question is, with the receipts from the from FedEx that we sent it to the lockbox, our B1, B2 visas is expiring in about 4 or 5 days. Is that proof enough that we did file our 485?
Well, it doesn't matter whether you did or not if they didn't accept it and you fall out of status. But even so, under 245K, you're okay. So assuming that the attorneys did it right and they cash your check, you're fine.
Okay, that's perfect. That's all I want to know. Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome. Best of luck.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to Trisha in New Orleans. Trisha.
Hi, good night, Brad.
How you doing?
I'm good. Good night. I just want to ask a quick question. If you got your 10-year green card, I'm about to be citizen on my own to a bitter marriage, and you're divorced. How soon can you remarry if you found love?
You could get married the next day. You wouldn't be able to file for your spouse for 5 years from the time you got your conditional green card or until you're a citizen.
Oh, if I turn a citizen, I can.
Yes. Or, well, let me ask you a question. When did you get your conditional green card?
The 10-year?
No, the 2-year. When did you originally get the 2-year?
Oh, the 2-year, 2016 January.
All right, so you can get married whenever you want. You can't file for a spouse till January 2021.
Okay. Not when I turn citizen.
Well, you're not going to become a citizen until at least January 2021 because you got to wait 5 years to file for your citizenship because you're divorced.
Okay. October coming, I'm eligible. On 2021, January would be my 5 years, so they said 3 months before. It'd be this year.
Great. You're not going to be a citizen between October and January. So it's until you become a citizen or January 2021, which is basically January 2021.
Okay. Have a pleasant good night. Thank you, Brad.
You're very welcome. Let's go to Rona in Rockville, Maryland. Rona.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What's going on?
I just have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
My mother claimed 5 of my sisters in Jamaica, and my sister have kids. One of them turned 21 already, and 23 already, and the other one is going to be 21 in August. Will they be able to come?
Who's filed for who?
My mother filed for my sister and her kids, and her kids are supposed to come with her.
All right. When did your mom file for them?
2013. They start getting papers and everything already.
When was the I-130 approved?
Well, that I don't know, but they start getting papers from the embassy already.
Then I don't know the answer to your question. Because in order for me to determine whether or not the children would be included, this is how it's calculated. You take the time in which the I-130 took to get approved. Let's say it took the I-130 2 years to get approved. You get to add that 2 years to the children's birthday, as long as you paid their fee bills within 2 years of, or whatever that time period of the I-130 took to get approved, you pay the fee bills and the priority dates current, all within that time frame, they're included. It's a calculation. The only way I could ever, in 1 million years, ever figure it out is to see a copy of the I-130 approval.
Okay, they start getting papers from the embassy already.
But maybe you don't understand what I'm saying to you. You getting papers from the embassy, I can't tell. You call me with a question. Will these children be included in the case? They got papers from the embassy. And I give you an answer. How long did the I-130 take to get approved? You said, I don't know. And then I said, well, then I don't know because that's the only way I can tell you legally whether they would be included or not. And then you say, okay, great, thank you very much. But they got papers from the embassy. And I said, we're going in circles. So I don't know what the answer is.
I'm just saying they get papers for the kids already, so I thought they would still be able to come.
But they may be able to come, they may be not. What the answer I'm giving you is, I don't know because you don't have all the information to provide to me. So what I'm going to suggest to you is to have a consultation. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Shernette I think this is Shanette.
Yes.
Shanette,
Yes.
how are you?
Yes, good
In
night.
Hartford. What's going on?
Yes. Okay, I have a question. I met my husband 3 years before we got married. So I want to know if that would be a problem when I go for an interview.
That you met him 3 years before you got married? Sounds like you had a nice, long relationship before you got married. Why is that a problem?
Yeah, but I go back to Jamaica and come back and like that.
That's fine.
And then
as long as you got married after 90 days of your last entry, it's fine.
I get married 5 months.
Then that's fine. Mazel tov.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I listen to you guys every evening.
Thank you very much, Shanette.
And
You know, by the way,
and my mother and everybody tell them to watch you guys.
Thank you. You're the best. By the way, you know what Mazel
Yes.
Tov means?
Pardon me?
Do you know what Mazel Tov means? I said Mazel Tov. She's like, Mazel Tov. I gave her an answer like, yeah, thumbs up, Mazel Tov. I said, do you know what that means?
No.
Yo-Yo, you know what Mazel Tov means? Yo-Yo does enough bar mitzvahs, right?
It's like good luck, welcome.
Congratulations.
It's like congratulations, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like it's
It
very.
says good luck,
it's very,
congratulations.
I have a child with him also.
All right. She could care less what Mazel Tov means, but the good news is you're getting a green card. All right, sure, that be well.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Navalette in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Or Lauderhill, Florida, excuse me. Navalette.
Yes,
Hi,
I'm
how
here.
are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Good, what's going on?
I have a 14-year-old son. I'm a permanent citizen here. He's from outside of the U.S. He overstayed his visa. I was wondering if it's okay for him to go down for the interview.
He can.
And then return here with me.
Yeah, as long as he leaves before 18, he's fine.
Sorry?
As long as he leaves before he's 18, he's okay.
Okay.
All right, because you can't be held accountable for violating your visa status as a minor because it's not your choice of where you're living.
Okay.
All right, so you'll be fine. I promise you.
I filed to remove my condition, and we got divorced. And depending condition, they send an interview from the 5th of August last year.
Right.
So I missed that interview date. I didn't know about it until I go online. I see that
Your wife. This is for an adjustment of status for you, correct?
No, to remove
the conditions. So you missed it.
Yes.
And you got divorced from your wife.
Yeah, she divorced me behind my back.
Did immigration know you're divorced?
No.
Okay, so this is the problem, Andrew. After you miss that appointment, you get an automatic denial and they put you in removal. It's very possible you got put in deportation. You also missed your deportation hearing and there's a warrant out for your arrest. It's possible. So, you can't be lackadaisical here. I think you need to have a consultation. We got to figure out if you had a deportation hearing you didn't show up to either. If there's a deportation hearing that you didn't show up to, we got to reopen your case. There's a warrant out for your arrest. If there's no deportation hearing and you missed your appointment, the best thing you can do is, as quickly as humanly possible, refile a new application based on a bona fide marriage and a divorce. It's going to be one of those two. But we got to figure out first whether or not you were ordered deported. Because if you're ordered deported, you refile a new application, they're going to come in a black van and arrest you.
So first I have to find out if in removal.
Correct. You know how to do that?
Well, no.
Okay, that's why you come to me. Hold on 1 second. I can do it for you in 45 seconds. Hold on. Let's go to Shah in San Diego, California. Shah.
Hi, Brad.
How you doing?
Hi, very good, thank you. I watch your program. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Please explain it to me. I came here 5 years ago as a legal resident, and on day one I received my green card is effective on day one when I came here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have an ID, so I had to apply for California ID. When I went there, they offered me the form, voter form. I asked them that I just came in here. They said that you're a legal resident. I told them, yes, I am. But I had to sign that. I didn't check mark that I'm a citizen, but after a couple of years, I found out that it was illegal, and I retracted. but I'm about to apply for my citizenship. What are my consequences with the latest immigration law changes?
If you voted in an election and claimed to be a U.S. citizen when you were not, you got a problem. Did you vote?
But I did it. Yes, I did it unintentionally. I thought I'm doing a civic duty.
Right.
Nobody's going to poke their eye with two fingers.
Right.
If I knew this is wrong, I wouldn't going to do it. There was no financial gain for me.
But I understand that. I'm just telling you what the problem is. And it's a bigger problem when you listen to dumb bureaucrats and have you do things that you shouldn't be doing. I think you're going to need the help of a lawyer, and we got to look into this and show that you didn't knowingly do anything wrong. That's the key thing. So hold on 1 second, all right? Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.